Hi, hey Russ here. Welcome back to the shop. I just wanted to go over today. I got a new package from UPS last night, and I wanted to look at it today and show you what I got. If you remember, last year sometime I did a video on hardware strategy in the small shop. It's hard to afford and to have the space and organize for all the different sizes of nuts and lengths of bolts and all the different things that you can have. So I was telling one of my things that I do in my shop, and that it's not a bad idea in your shop if you have a small shop. I tend to do buy everything I can in 1/4 inch 20 TPI. Now you can go with fine thread and coarse thread and 5/16 and 9/16, and then there's metric. But when I'm building things, I do try to keep a little of everything in the hardware arena in the quarter 20 theme. So I have all the different size washers and fender washers and regular washers and lock washers and star washers. I try to keep all those things in the 1/4 inch. And so I found some new things, and I thought I'd show you this because I had a couple things about it that I wanted to kind of talk about too. So this is what I got from them, and I'm anxiously waiting. I wanted to open it, but I thought I'd take you along with me. What? No, I haven't opened it yet. No. Let's open it up together, though. Let's open it up and see what we got. Okay, so here we are. Now it's open. Really? No. Anyway. So let's take this all out and let's take a look at it. Okay, see, I bought these. These are cross dowels. Now, a lot of times I'll use just a piece of hard dowel, and I'll drill a hole and put the dowel in there, and then I'll drill in from the end and tap a thread right into that dowel to give me some strength. But sometimes that isn't quite enough when you're trying to put a bolt in there. So cross dowels are very handy. So I finally broke down, and I bought 2 different sizes of them, actually, yeah. I bought 2 different lengths of them, of these cross dowels. I figured that sooner or later it'd be very handy to have it. So I'm adding that to my hardware collection. These are T-bolts. They're supposed to be 1/4 inch T-bolts, 2.5 inches. I figured that if I need a shorter one, I can always cut them off, but it'd be hard to add on. So I just went with the 2.5 for now to see what they do. Even though it's not part of my hardware, I did buy some more magnets too. You know, these are just 3/4 inch diameter magnets. And I think there's 10 in a packet, so I bought like 30 of these. Magnets are always handy to have around the shop. And I bought some 1/4 inch hanger bolts. So again, 1/4 inch theme. And hanger bolts I don't use them real often, but boy, when you need them, they're really handy to have. So, and the last thing that I bought that I really didn't have around here, and I don't know why I didn't, are these slot nuts, they're called. And again, 1/4 inch, 20 thread on it, and you're supposed to be able to use them in T-track. So, honestly, I did open this up before. Okay, you caught me. I was just kidding. So, anyway, but what I noticed, and this is one of those little things that just drives me nuts sometimes. 1/4 20, right? And you think, okay, my track is all designed around the 1/4 inch bolt idea. So you take a 1/4 inch bolt, and the head of it fits down in the slot, fits into the slot. The 1/4 inch fits nicely into the slot itself, and that's how it's designed. So then you get the slots that are 1/4 inch, and you think, there you go. Now I can use a regular bolt or a knob, a plastic knob or whatever. Guess what? The 1/4 inch T slots, they don't fit in the T. They don't fit in the T slots, even though they're 1/4 inch. Okay, and maybe I should have read the fine print, or maybe I'm not using the right T-track for this. But I would think that this would have been nice to have it the same size as the other end. But wait, this is actually one of the T-bolts, and this is the T-slot that I got. and neither one fits into the slots. Now, I can touch it up on my disc sander, and I make it fit, which is probably what I'll end up doing once in a while to make them fit. But it's just the idea that you think that, well, good, I need some good T-bolts for my T-slots. It fits a 1/4 inch bolt. Maybe it should also fit the nuts, the slot nuts, and the T-bolts. They ought to fit in there too. They don't. So I found out that these actually fit in what I call the 3/8 T-tracks, which is a little bigger. That's what I have on my Legacy over there. And these fit into there, and it probably really fits into the slightly bigger, the 5/16 size. But if it's 5/16 across the slot for this to fit into, it still isn't going to fit in here very well. Because you would think the 1/4 inch should be a 1/4 inch so that it doesn't move around side to side too much. Anyway, I'm old. I don't get it. But that's just the way it is. So, a couple other things that I got in here too, besides that, is I did buy some cross dowels. Usually I use wood dowel and put them in from the side and then drill and tap it. And that gives me that cross-threaded strength from just a wood dowel. But now and then it's probably handy to have the metal ones too. So I went ahead and bought some of them to add to my hardware theme in my hardware cabinet. So, like I said, I got the T-bolts and the T-slots, and I also bought hanger bolts. So, they're handy to have around. So, this actually falls into my theme of trying to keep 1/4 inch 20 TPI hardware and keep a wide variety of different types of stuff. And I'll put these in there. I'd had the thought that I would have had to buy hanger bolts in 1/4 inch, and 5/16 and 3/8 and 10 millimeter or anything else. So this makes it simple. I only had to buy one package, and I can make this all work in my shop. So go back and watch my thing about the 1/4 inch hardware, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I just thought I'd take a humorous moment though and show you that sometimes it can be so aggravating about these things, and you assume something's going to be the way it is, and it's not. So much for my logic, I guess. Anyway, I want to thank you for stopping by. I know this is kind of silly, but I thought I'd show you what I got today and how I'm kind of still living to my theme, practicing my theme of 1/4 inch 20 hardware in my shop for everything. So, just a little more 1/4 inch hardware that I like to keep on hand. If you have any ideas or any 1/4 inch stuff out there that I'm not thinking about that I may not have in my collection yet, leave it in the comments. I would appreciate it. But in the meantime, thanks for stopping by for the initial opening of my stuff I got. And hopefully you'll come back again. But thanks for stopping by. If you like this video, say so. But please, you're more than welcome to come back again, and I hope you do. Thanks, and we'll see you again very soon.